Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? We are doing a Jurassic Park slash World movies tier list. This includes Dominion. It does not include Rebirth, obviously, because of Rebirth, the trailer just came out on Wednesday and the movie's not out yet. So once the movie comes out, I can go back and edit this up and, we'll do whatever we have to do. But for this one, I just wanted to kind of just make some different types of videos instead of just, gameplay stuff. So I figured, let's see how this goes. Uh, yeah, let's do a couple tier lists so I have a chance to talk about all of these. So obviously we got the S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. I might add another tier just so I could. No, I guess I can't do that. All right, well I can't add. I was trying to add like an F tier. I mean, I guess you can add one, but anyway, we'll just stick with S A B D C. So we'll start with Jurassic Park 1. Jurassic Park 1, clearly, head and I don't know if you can hear my dog barking, but I think my dad just came home. But anyway, Jurassic Park, the first one, is literally the greatest movie ever made. That's just how I feel about that. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree. You don't have to, that's just how it is. I'm sorry. But I remember when I was a kid and we had, what are they called? I feel old. The VHS, right? The cassettes, not cassettes. Cassettes is like the little CD type thing, even though it's not a CD, it's a square. But I'm talking about the VHS. What are they called? Like, it's called a VHS, right? Like the little tape and shit that you put into the VCR. And yeah, but we pretty much had a VCR, and I don't know if we still have it somewhere. We probably got rid of it by now, but we had a VCR and we had a bunch of VHS movies. And as a kid, I literally would just go through random movies and I'm like, oh, what's this? Jurassic Park. And then I found the first movie and I watched it on VHS, dude. Oh my God, how many I've watched it probably more on VHS than I did in 4K and stuff. Like I have it now in 4K and everything. This is literally my favorite series ever. Ever. Like more than any other movie, series, TV show, anything, game. Jurassic Park is literally like, there's only a few things that are close to my heart like that, that close to my heart in terms of like media and like content and stuff like that. But the first one, definitely the first one has to be up there. So yeah, S tier, Jurassic Park 1. On to The Lost World. So a lot of people, I don't think they like this movie for some reason. For me, this is literally, at one point in time, this was my favorite Jurassic Park, even more than the first one. Like, I'm not even kidding. Let me close that ad. But yeah, even more than the first one at a certain point, not anymore. But when I was a kid, I thought it was so cool how they had two T-Rexes and they had like the family and they had them, working together. It was like the things they did in that one were so good, dude. Oh my God, it was so fucking good. So good. And what was the scene? Was it the San Diego scene, right? Well, that was in Jurassic Park 2, right? I believe. But the San Diego scene, dude, that was an absolute masterclass. Like, that was like, you don't see those types of scenes anymore. You know what I mean? You just don't. Like, it doesn't matter if it's in Jurassic Park 1, 3, 4, 5, whatever the fuck. Like, you don't see scenes like that generally. I mean, they did in Dominion a little bit and Fallen Kingdom, I guess. But those kind of just, those didn't have the same oomph. You know what I mean? Those movies had, like the Fallen Kingdom had like a human animal hybrid and all that. So like, it's like, I don't, you're just doing too much at this point. But for the second movie, for Lost World, I think I'm really struggling if I want to put it in A tier or S tier. I'm going to put it in S tier. Obviously, Jurassic Park 1 still first overall, but bro, come on. 2 is really fucking good. Come on, man. Like, you got to admit, like, 2 is a fun ass movie. and you have Ian Malcolm in the movie. You know what I mean? Like, how can you hate that? But also, let me say, as the years go on and as your boy gets older, I kind of almost get a little more and more depressed every time I watch these movies, because it's not just the movies. It's like any movie, show, YouTube video, anything. Like for example, Cow Chop, right? If you watched Cow Chop back in the day, like watching them now is kind of just like, I mean, I can still do it, but it's just kind of very depressing. You know what I mean? It's like, man, this was really like the present at one time, and now it's just, it's just, limited to being the thing on YouTube where it just says like 12 years ago. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, it's been that long. Holy shit. You know what I mean? Even though I don't think it's been that long, but I think that's since the creatures and stuff, it was like 12 years. But for Cow Chop, it's probably something years, 6, 7 years, I would assume. But yeah, let's get back to the video here. So Jurassic Park 1 and 2, in my opinion, I would understand if you want to put The Lost World in A, but I'm not doing that. I'm putting it in S because it's literally one of my favorite movies. And by the way, the more I watch these, I was trying to get to this point, I end up almost liking them more, even though I know, like, you'll see what I mean for the next one. For Jurassic Park 3, right? Dude, this movie is like critically hated by mostly everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody. And I've made a video about this in the past. It was like a video, it was like looking back on Jurassic Park 3 10 years later or something like that. But the movie is, dude, the movie has so many good things to it, and I'm telling you, I know. I'm not sucking off the movie. Jurassic Park 3 is a bad movie. I know it's a bad movie. I know, okay? But if you can watch it like Sharknado almost, you know what I mean? Or like Anaconda. And I hear they're making a remake for that with Jack Black, O'Shea Jackson, I think, Ice Cube's son. I think, I could be wrong. But yeah, something like that. I just want to throw that in there. But yeah, it's kind of like those types of movies. It's kind of like, I mean, it's not that much comedy, you know what I mean? It's not like Sharknado comedy, BS type comedy. Or like outlandish stuff like that. But it's like the characters are not that great. The little kid that are going to save, I mean, he's a little shit, to be honest with you. Like, I from what I remember, Eric was his name, I think. But the two rich parents, they're fucking idiots. Absolute morons in the show or in the movie. So that type of stuff, no, I don't like. I didn't like those characters and stuff. But like the Raptors, dude, though that movie had some of the best Raptors they've had in any of the Jurassic movies, the Jurassic World or Jurassic Park. So, or in my opinion, because they had like the little quills and all, it almost looked just so much more realistic. You know what I mean? It looked crazy. I loved. And then the T-Rex when it started chasing them and stuff, and the Spinosaurus, dude, all that stuff was awesome, bro. I can't lie. All that stuff was awesome. And I know most people would want to put this in like D or even lower, like an F tier, or, I mean, I'm going to put this in B because there is problems, okay? There is problems with the movie. The movie's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. You know what I mean? But, it is what it is. So it's still a fun movie, I think. So you don't have to, I don't know. You don't have to shit on just because it's a bad movie, right? Doesn't mean the whole thing is bad. Because I could tell you a million parts from that movie that I love. The pterodactyl stuff, the raptors, the egg, Billy stealing the fucking egg like an idiot, Alan Grant in that movie, great acting. You know what I mean? The CGI was pretty good. Everything was pretty good. The Spinosaurus, you know what I mean? And then in the new movie, in Rebirth, we have 3 Spinosaurus teaming up with a Mosasaur. So I guess we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, I think it belongs in B. I want to put it in like A, but there's no way I could put it in A because the movie's not an A, bro. I'm sorry. Like, even as much as I want to nostalgia, love this movie more and more, it's kind of, what I mean? It's grown on me for sure. But I have to be honest, you know what I mean? Because these movies could be worse or better, and I don't want to, I want to have some integrity to my list. So Next up, so we got the first three movies, right? Jurassic World, the first Jurassic World movie. This, I'm putting an A tier. I'm just gonna say it. This movie was, I don't want, I almost said fantastic. It wasn't fantastic, but it was a good movie, bro. It was and I see a lot of revisionist history going on, you know? I see a lot of people who were kind of like, oh, Chris Pratt was never that good. Or, Claire or whatever her name was, she was never that good of an actor. The kids are annoying, blah, 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 blah. Bro, Jurassic World, when this movie came out, this was like the biggest thing, since for me at least, since sliced bread. Because it was like, I thought Jurassic Park 3 was so bad to the public, right? To the public perception. Not to me, but like, I figured so many people shit on that movie, right? That they just were never going back to the series. And there was rumors back in the day about like a Jurassic Park 4, right? And they were naming it different things and all this other stuff. And it's kind of crazy to think, like the Dominion name, I'm pretty sure I've seen that as like a fan-made movie like a decade ago. You know what I mean? So like they kind of do use some stuff like that, but like over time, you know what I mean? But when I first saw the trailer for this movie, I was like, oh my God, they brung it back. They brung back my favorite, my favorite series ever. They started a new trilogy. And I don't even remember what year this came out, but let me just look that up actually. This came out in 2015. Holy shit. Yeah, so I was 16 years old at the time. So that's nice. Yeah, I was 16 years old when this movie came out. So you can imagine I also, I wasn't too critical on movies at the time. So, and I'm not really too critical now. I mean, I kind of am, but in a different way. But when I saw the trailer, when I watched the movie and everything, like it was just so well done, bro. It was so well done. And the Indominus Rex and all that stuff, like that was something fresh. I mean, at the time it was something fresh. It felt like something fresh. And, I wasn't like the biggest fan of the Indominus Rex, I thought it was kind of, I mean, it looked cool, but I'm like, this thing isn't real, it's kind of just like whatever, but I liked it. The CGI was really good. The scenes were really good. Like where Chris Pratt goes in and then there's claw marks and they think it climbed out, but it's like pretending and somehow it camouflaged and all that. Like that's one of the best scenes, bro. And then when that lady who was babysitting got eaten by like she got picked up by like the pterodactyl and then dropped into the mosasaur and all that shit, dude. That was brutal. That was fucking brutal, bro. But that was awesome. And they just made it feel like its own new world. You know what I mean? And that's why it's called Jurassic World, not Park. And it literally just felt like a 21st century version of something from like 20 years ago. And it was actually it was something just really interesting to it. You know what I mean? It was something just really, I really enjoyed the first Jurassic World. So I'm going to put that in A tier. It's better than Jurassic Park 3, but I don't think it's better than Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 2. So I'm going to leave Jurassic World in A, and let's move on. So this is Fallen Kingdom, I believe. And I actually have a review for this. Why'd I say fur? I have a review for this on my channel. It's really old. It's from when the movie came out like 5 years ago or whatever it was. 4 or 5 years ago. And I shit on this movie, bro, so bad. I've still, to this day, I have not rewatched this movie, bro. I have watched it one time and one time only in the theater when it came out with my friend. I went with my friend, I mean, to watch the movie when it first came out, and we both hated it. We hated it, bro. Shout out to Dennis, but we both hated it. I think it was Dennis at least, but we hated it. We did not like this movie at all. There's like a human animal hybrid. There's that little girl who ends up being like a dinosaur clone or human clone. It's too fucking much, bro. And then you got these people bidding on the dinosaurs and all this other stupid shit. And then what was the dinosaur called? It was called the Indoraptor, I think. Indoraptor, Pyroraptor, something like that, right? It was one of those. It was a raptor. And I think it was the Indoraptor, because the Indominus Rex, and you know. But this thing literally looked like it had like a laser. I think it had like a laser on its head or something. It's like, you know what I mean? Wherever you point the gun, it'll attack and all this, or something like that. And it was like a horror movie. And I really like the horror aspect to the movie, right? But if you go back and watch, and I understand if you don't want to, because I haven't either. I'm not doing it either. But I literally bought this movie on 4K just so I can own it, you know? And I've never rewatched it. Never. Because I know how bad this movie is, you know? It's like the part where the dinosaurs, or the Indoraptor is like crawling with his nail on down the bed sheet or something, you know what I mean? With the little girl. It's just Macy or whatever her name is. It was corny, bro. They tried to make this raptor have human level intelligence, right? But it is a raptor. So this thing is literally like a military raptor with kid or some type of human level of intelligence, right? That's fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Like, that is, how did we go from like the park, you know what I mean? The original Jurassic Park. Like, oh yeah, you know, dinosaurs rule the world. You know, we have the raptor and we have the T-Rex, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's just very, you know, a very, you know, basic story. You know, now we have like, yeah, you know, we're training these raptors to be a member of the military. So we got these laser sights that they can hone in on and automatically attack, even though someone could just shoot them and blow them up, you know, because they're a fucking animal. They're not a fucking robot, you know. But, and somehow, and there's also the scene where the raptor is pretending that he doesn't, like, that he's asleep or something like that. You remember that? When they were selling the dinosaurs, and then it was like all the rich people. And it was like inside some mansion. And the raptor, like, it like opened its eye and then it blinked and it winked at the camera. It literally winked at the camera before it killed the guy, you know? Or at least I think it killed that guy. But that's all you need to know for this. Like, winking, blinking, human fucking intelligence raptors. No. No. That's not what we're doing here. That's not what we're doing here, bro. We don't got time for that. Like, what are we fucking doing, bro? What is this series at this point? You know what I mean? But as you can tell, this is my least favorite fucking Jurassic Park movie. This is honestly my most hated Jurassic Park. This might be one of my most hated movies ever in general. You know, maybe one day I'll rewatch it and I'll be like, you know, it's not that bad. But the sheer corniness with having the raptor winking and stuff, no. This is a D tier. And honestly, add a row below. I wasn't going to do this, but, you know, F tier, we're going to make that. And then we're going to change that color to something, you know, red, whatever. There we go. We're putting him in F tier. So, or maybe we'll make this a little orange so it doesn't look as bad. There we go. F tier. Great. F tier. And then finally, we have Jurassic World Dominion. Now, I honestly barely remember this movie. I'm not going to lie. You know, I would rewatch this one because from what I remember, I enjoyed this movie so much more than Fallen Kingdom. Fallen Kingdom just felt like an absolute joke. You know what I mean? It felt like it was not even taken seriously whatsoever. It was literally just throw it out there. You know what I mean? Who cares if it makes sense? You know, whatever. But Dominion, I'm pretty sure it's about getting all the dinosaurs, like they're just in nature. You know what I mean? They're all over the world. They're like in Italy and all this other, and they're like, they had that chase scene where the raptors were unable to catch Chris Pratt on a fucking motorcycle or something like that, right? But they were able to keep up with like a helicopter or some like plane flying in the air from the ground. They were like running after it. You know what I mean? And the raptors, you know, and another thing, they're trying to make these raptors like dogs, bro. They're trying to make these raptors like everyone's man's best friend, bro. The raptor. No. The raptors should be fucking trying to kill people, bro. Why is... Like, I understand. You gotta advance the story. You gotta evolve the story. You gotta evolve everything. You know what I mean? You can't just stay stagnant forever. You know, I get it. I trust me, I get it. But what? Like, I understand Chris Pratt, right? He alone with Blue alone. You know, that one raptor. He should. I'll give you the pass. You know, he can control Blue because they were, you know, since she was a baby or whatever, and he was with her. And, you know what I mean? Or him. I don't even know if it's a boy. I think it's a girl. Blue. But yeah, yeah, I think the raptor's a girl. But pretty much, he was with the raptor since baby or since baby birth, whatever. And I can understand why the raptor would care about him. You know what I mean? But then you have like 18 raptors in the movie who are not Blue, and they're all just like, yeah, what are we doing today, guys? You know, we're taking out that plane. You know, like they're just all coordinating, like, you know, as if they're best friends. You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, this isn't like Caesar Milan and a pack of dogs going for a fucking run. You know what I mean? Like you can't just command a pack of raptors. And the thing is, they made it. They try to make it so like the raptors look like they're gonna turn on him every once in a while, and they never do. You know what I mean? They never bite him. They never fucking do anything. But you know, it's just to build tension. But stuff like that, I hate. I can't stand that. It just looks stupid. I understand if you want to have one raptor, right, like Blue, who's not wild, pretty much, and who's like tamed. Do that, you know. Don't make every single raptor like raptors in Jurassic Park 1. Dude, when I was a kid, those made me want to like, dude, I was afraid. Like as a kid, I'm like, man, one of these raptors is gonna like pop out of my bathroom or something. He's gonna like slice me across the belly like Alan Grant told that kid with the raptor claw at the beginning of Jurassic Park 1. You know what I mean? That's like a raptor. That's a velociraptor. That's, you know, that's scary. That's like legit. But then now they're like his dogs, bro. Like they're literally like his pet dogs. Like they just follow him around. Like he's just cool with the raptors. You know what I mean? They don't care. They seemingly don't care. You know what I mean? You know, why would they want to? It's like they don't care, bro. I don't know how he tamed all these. And then also another thing, the T-Rex and everything, the dinosaurs don't even try to kill anybody. I don't know what happened to this franchise, but I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but literally in every Jurassic Park movie after like the first 3, pretty much all the Jurassic World ones, the dinosaurs just don't attack people. You know what I mean? Unless you're unless it's like the Indoraptor, right, from Fallen Kingdom. It was like stalking Maisie kind of, but they're like the same DNA, I'm pretty sure. So I don't really know what that was about. You know what I mean? It was crawling on her bed or something. You know, it didn't kill her though. So like, and that was the bad guy technically of the movie, and the girl was the good guy, even though she's a girl. But you know what I mean. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like, what the fuck are we doing? And also, where is Chris Pratt in the new movie? Like, does he just erased from history? You know what I mean? Like Alan Grant, Malcolm, they're just deleted. You know what I mean? They just don't, fuck it. They don't exist anymore. You know, but another thing, Dominion, just for this, right? It had the OG cast. I gotta hand it to them, right? And I will still complain. They barely did fucking anything. You know what I mean? Alan Grant and them, they were barely part of the fucking movie, bro. But the movie was still fucking good. I mean, let me not go too far. The movie was not good. It was a bit better than Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and worse than the original Jurassic World. So, but I loved the callbacks, bro. All the callbacks. They even had a Dennis Nedry callback with the yellow jacket. They had the Laura Zern, whatever her name is, Laura Zern, Laura. You know what I mean? Grant's girl or whatever from, you know what I mean, the OG cast. They had Malcolm. They had Grant. Alan Grant. They had fucking everybody. That's what I loved. And then they also kind of used the dinosaurs, how I was saying earlier, as like toys. You know what I mean? As like a pet. It's like the T-Rex is just like, oh, hey, Alan, you know, I remember seeing you 30 years ago. I'm not going to attack you. You know, like, what? Like, you're a T-Rex. You should just be eating everything. Like, Since when is the T-Rex like, oh, I've seen you here before, maybe you seem like a good guy. I'm not gonna attack you. Like I don't like I don't like all that shit where all the dinosaurs and fucking people are just friends and buddy buddy. Like it makes no fucking sense to me. You know what I mean? You can have some of that, but it just comes off so cheesy, bro. Imagine if in the first movie, if the raptors or like the T-Rex was just buddy buddy with the people. You know what I mean? And some people might be like, well, technically the T-Rex did save them from the raptors at the end, but the T-Rex also was going after the raptors, I think. I don't know why the T-Rex was even in the building, to be honest, or how it even got in there or snuck in. But pretty much like the T-Rex, I think it was just more concerned with the raptors at that point than the people. So I could buy that. You know what I mean? I could understand that. But this? Nah, bro. Like every movie now, they're just like, nobody ever dies anymore. You know what I mean? It's like nobody has any risk of dying in these movies. But I've been going on quite a while on this 26 minutes. I'm surprised for like a 6-movie tier list. But I'm going to put Dominion in C tier because I enjoyed the movie. And, I know a lot of people hate this movie as well. But for me personally, Fallen Kingdom was so bad. You could not get worse than Fallen Kingdom. You just couldn't. It was terrible. So Dominion, it already had more characters that I enjoyed from the OG cast. You know what I mean? Instantly, because of that, I would prefer this movie to the other one. You know what I mean? There was none of that fucking Indoraptor bullshit. You know what I mean? It was kind of different. It was something fresh. It was like all the dinosaurs are loose in the city, and we haven't seen a scene like that since The Lost World in Jurassic Park 2 with when the San Diego incident with the T-Rex. But, we saw it in Italy with the T-Rex and the whatever Giganotosaurus or whatever it was, Carnotaurus. You've all probably seen the scenes. Maybe I'll slap some pictures in here throughout or something, but yeah, they pretty much recreated this, not recreated, but in a similar way, just not as good. I would say the San Diego one is still way better. It still holds up way better. You know what I mean? But it was cool. It was like where they're riding the motorcycles and the Carnotaurus and stuff is in Italy, just in the middle of like town square or something, the center of town. That was cool. You know what I mean? I enjoyed that stuff, but there's still a lot of illogical things in the movie. And I honestly, let me just say this. I don't remember. I barely remember any details about this movie. You know what I mean? I remember there was one of them where like 2 or 3 of the dinosaurs at the end fought. I don't know. But yeah, I don't remember everything. So you can pretty much, piece together what you think of that. Because if I can't remember the movie that well, the movie probably wasn't that great. Let's be honest here. But I remember it was better than Fallen Kingdom. That's what I remember, for sure. So this is my tier list. Jurassic Park 1 and 2 in S. Jurassic World in A tier. Jurassic Park 3 in B tier. And yes, I do think Jurassic Park 3 is better than Dominion. So, yeah. Maybe, actually, it's I could. Well, now I'm kind of doing a double take. Now I don't know if I want to put it in C tier. Was Jurassic Park 3 that much better though? I don't. You know what? I'll put Jurassic Park 3 in C tier, but I'll put it first. Okay. So I'll put Jurassic Park 3 and Dominion on the same level. So yeah, there we go. I'll edit that up. But Jurassic Park 1 and 2 in S tier, Jurassic World in A tier, nothing in B tier. Jurassic Park 3 and Jurassic World Dominion in C tier. And I was, and also because Dominion was supposed to be the last movie, you know what I mean? I assumed it would have been the last movie just of the franchise, you know what I mean? And that was that. But they kept it going. So that's also why I kind of liked it more. I'll probably put Dominion over Jurassic Park 3, to be honest with you, like, because the there's a lot of fun scenes in Dominion, and just the CGI and stuff is probably a lot better. You know what I mean? Everything's probably just a little better, but I think I'll say that. Yeah, I think I'll say that. But and then Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, F tier, absolute garbage, awful, awful movie. So, hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, if you enjoyed the tier list, let me know what you think of my tier list. Let me know if you think it's garbage, if you think it's great, leave it down in the comments, and yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I don't know what it'll be or when it'll be, but it'll be something. So, hope you guys stay tuned, hit the notification button and all that, the bell, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.